Yeah. All right. Thanks for helping me out. Oh, hello, and welcome to Hooping Live. My name is Bryant, and Audrey is currently running a bit late, so I'll be opening the show. So please come in and settle in, get your comments ready, grab a cup of water or tea, or maybe go a little deeper and grab a cup of Joe. Late at night, get some coffee. So I'll be, if you have any questions or comments, concerns, please comment down on the new live chat feature that we have on YouTube. You can just comment down. It's kind of like a live chat, and since Hooping Live since YouTube allows comments now, live comments now, we can finally get your comments live easier on the YouTube channel. So I'll be doing a quick demo, and if you see anything that I do or like, please comment down on that live chat. All right, yeah. Like I said earlier, Audrey's running a little bit late, and so I'll be starting at the show. And I don't know where Claire is right now. I think she's running a bit late as well, or she might be absent. So, because she has a bedtime.
Yeah, Claire's off tonight. She'll be back tomorrow night. She's studying for an exam.
Yeah. So yes, I'll be doing my demo. Like I said earlier, if you have any questions on what I do, please comment down below. Yeah, so like I said earlier, if you have any questions on my hooping, please comment down below and ask me away. So I guess I'll start off with the photo of the day, and I'll show you what picture that I took with my camera a few nights ago. Actually took it with my camera like on Friday, I believe, and it was a really good photo. As you can see, it's basically your stereotypical long exposure photo, and with the LED, but it's not, because I took that photo with my reflective hoop. And the trick is with reflective hoop is that you need to have a flash to keep it on, like right next to your camera, to keep it lit up. So I had to get a stand for my lamp that I use to make my reflective hoop light up. And well, it took me a while to find out which lamp to use, and I used my white lamp, which is this one, because it's more bright, I suppose. So yeah, it's a really cool picture because, and yes, I was doing the universal weave, as you can see. And yeah, that was just a really cool way to take pictures with the reflective hoop, because you need to have the flash on for a while to for it to light up, because the simple flash just has one flash. So then when you leave it on exposure, you don't get the trail like an LED hoop does, because it's flashed. Anyways, enough of that boring, science stuff. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, as you can see, it's me doing the universal weave, and it's a reflective hoop, not an LED hoop. So yeah, it took me a long time to find out what lamp would work and how to make the light up effect work. So yes, then again, to make it light up like that, you need to have a lamp right next to the eye of the camera for it to light up. And I think that's one of the biggest struggles for many hoopers who want to use a reflective hoop for their performances, or not for videos there. that if they want to use their camera or whatnot, it won't work because there's no light source next to the camera lens. It's also the reason why when you drive your car and you see those cones, the light from the car is bright and it's right next to your eyes. So yeah, that's also really great. And I actually got a comment from Natalie Lecision, which is she normally comes here, Hooping Live, but she couldn't see the YouTube comments, so I'll actually read her comments right now. She actually just messaged me saying, "Oh, I had a question last week that I missed on Hooping Live. I couldn't put it up. I put it up on a Facebook page since I couldn't comment on YouTube. I'd really like to learn Earth and Sky. Okay, I'll teach you that." Oh, and Jennifer Hart said, "Hey, Bryant." Hello, Jennifer. Good to see you. So I'll be teaching you guys Earth and Sky. Basically, before you get Earth and Sky, even though I say never to let your hoop size limit you to what you do, but Earth and Sky hoop size is actually really important, similar to chest hooping. So it's basically just vertical chest hooping. My hoops are pretty small to do it, but I'll still try to do it because the hoop is pretty small. So when you do Earth, you're practically doing downwards vertical chest hooping, like so. And Sky is the same thing, except you're looking forward, upwards. So like this. So the trick is to get hoop size. So like Audrey says earlier, when you chest hooping, you want to get the right size for chest hooping in order to stand in one place and hoop for a while. And that's the same deal with chest hooping in general, like Earth and Sky. So what I would do is basically do breaks, a lot breaks, and not breaks and paddle, but just breaks from the forward plane. And this will allow you to get used to how it feels. And doing this will help you let you know how it feels. And if you don't know already, but you might want to learn how to do the vertical waist hooping, which is the same concept, which you, like in vertical waist hooping, you slowly push up and slowly get into vertical plane. With chest hooping is the same thing. With Earth, same thing. You want to push, slowly jump up and get into vertical plane. I would suggest learning how to do it without your arms inside the hoop first, and slowly work your way with one arm and breaks. Every time you mess up, break and go back. Another strategy I like to do is doing breaks, but let it continue another revelation. So break, 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 one revelation break, one revelation break, one revelation break, one revelation break. And that's another strategy. And once you get down Earth, getting air is quite as simple because you're basically doing the same thing, except now you're slowly turning and you're doing forward. You're jumping forward instead of bending down. So yeah, I feel like whenever I explain a trick or something, I get all scientific and be all like, so one revelation, wait for it to go, and be really scientifically. And I'm not really a science nerd, but I just can't help it because I get this surge being all like, oh, I'm on Hooping Live now. I must be professional. And yes, part of hooping for me has been quite a professional life, because it's one of my hobbies, and I feel like, oh, I'm in a company now, I'm professional. But I'm just normal like everyone else. In fact, I consider myself a beginner hooper, and which will then lead to my next topic, which is what's going on in my life lately. So the thing is that lately I've been looking at other hoopers, and I've seen a lot of hoopers do these advanced tricks and moves, and I feel like what I do is very basic, but I feel like since I add flow to it and dance move, it looks really artistic and advanced. So lately I've been working on some advanced combos or tricks, such as the wedgie. I think it's a great way to get into advanced hooping or hoop manipulation. Sorry, really bad British accent, but yes, it's a great way because it's kind of a advanced move, quote unquote, because many advanced moves involve tosses and strict timing and So actually, I did this move in my demo, and I'll show you what it is right now. Here's what it is. It's practically, you kick the hoop up, and you jump through it, and you go into wedgie. That's basically what it is. And trying to learn how to do like many wedgie variations because it's such a really fun move and it's quite advanced. Maybe not, but in my opinion it is. So it all started with me learning how to do the escalator to wedgie kick up thing. I'll show you what it is. It started with that. Then I've gotten to learn how to do this into that. So it was basically learning one opening and then learning another way to get to that one opening. Before it was just plain old downward escalator. Now I was trying to get, now the next question was, are there any other ways to get into downward escalator? And then it became this, which is the fold to downward escalator, which was cool because I love a lot of variations. And then the next thing I was looking for is another way to get into a wedgie, because before it was just downward escalator to wedgie or pure wedgie, you know. And the thing I found out was this little jump through. And I realized I can do that jump through with plenty of other moves, such as the universal weave into the jump through to wedgie, or even the hoop kick up to wedgie. So that's pretty much one of my hooping diaries or hooping entries that I put on my imaginary diary, because I'm really bad at keeping physical diaries because I'm not really good at that. So yeah, another thing going on is that my hooping class that I have is very small, but I've been talking to my students a lot and I've been actually teaching them. I'm really proud of myself because it's a great way for me to learn the tricks as well. Like, it also helps me learn how to hoop dance, because when you teach, well, sorry about that. Because when you teach someone, you also learn like the really small details of that trick as well. In fact, one of the viewers on hoopingLIVE asked me a question last show, but her comment couldn't be read because we ran out of time. And she basically asked me on on the, whatchamacallit, the Vortex, and I actually teach it right now. So actually, no, we'll start with the comment of the week. Yeah, actually, no, let's start with this trick. So basically, if you're watching, the trick with the Vortex is to get the hoop from the back of your body and keep that hand on your body, if that makes any sense, you know. In the Vortex, you're not actually grabbing the hoop at all, you're guiding it. For example, I'm just guiding the hoop up. The max force you add to your hoop or grabbing is when you get from here and you switch to your lasso. I'll do it one more time. Now you can see my hands. There. As you can see, my hand is very close to my body. See, it's very close. There's not as much space. I grab the hoop pretty far back, pretty close around my back. See, I'll show you. There. To bring it down, that's the hardest part of this move, I believe, in my opinion, is because it's very scary and people aren't really like, when you first start off hooping and you use this move, it's pretty scary to drop the hoop down or it might fly. So when the hoop spins, it's spinning towards my left. And when the hoop is right here, like right here, this corner, I started to learn it by pointing in that corner and putting my hand down, like, oh, look, look, look. And then once I get more, good at it, I say, okay, I'm gonna start turning around. And learning to turn around while doing the lasso slows down the revelations, allowing it to spin slower, and you can see that opening a lot longer. So what I do is that I point, look, 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 look. And that's how I got down the trick. So I had my student to do this trick, and for her homework, I made her do that look, look, look for her homework assignments. So professional. It's a hooping school after all. Just kidding. Yes, so I had her practice that. So if you guys want to take it step by step, which I highly recommend, I suggest you practice doing the look to practice that prepping to get to the bring down of the Vortex. So yes, let's get started with the comment of the week. Yay!
All right, give me a moment here and I'll share it.
All right.
And so this is a very brief comment, and I like brief comments. And this is a video that I shared on a couple of the hooping forums. I think I shared it on the hoopingLIVE Facebook page a couple days ago, April 16th, 2 days ago. And it already has almost 4,000 views, which thank you all for all those views. And by the way, do please, oh, I'm not presenting to everyone. Let me present to everyone. I'm sorry. It keeps asking me to click twice, once to share and once to present to everybody. Google likes to make things difficult. So anyway, this is, you can see it now, Bryant, right? So this is a slow motion video that I posted on the hoopingLIVE page a couple days ago. And Monica Herbert gave us a wonderful comment. One word, stunning. I like that.
Oh.
I like that comment. And so, and if you all like this sort of content, let Audrey know. Put your comments on there and share it. If you really like it, share it. And Audrey will produce more of this type of content if you like it and you tell her that you like it. We did release one new video on her YouTube channel this week as well. It's there. And there are some others in the queue ready to be released. And if Audrey doesn't release them in the next couple of days, I'll release at least one in the next couple of days. I promise you, there'll be a new video released on hoopingLIVE. And let Audrey know that you like these additional videos being released so that she will release more of them. And did you get a chance to see this one, Brian?
Yeah, I really love it.
You can really see with the slow motion, you can really see some of the movements that she makes, I think.
What frame per second do you use for the camera?
One of the cameras, and I'm trying to click, my mouse is now acting up. I'm trying to click on you to switch back over to you. Let me see if I can get this to work. One of my cameras will shoot 240 frames a second, 1080p, and pretty good quality. It'll go up to 1,000 frames a second, but the quality drops down significantly as you go higher in the frame rate.
That's fun.
And the there we go. I unshared it. Okay, and the at 240 frames a second, my RX 100, my little Sony RX 100, it does pretty good quality. At 240, even an iPhone will do 240 frames a second in 720p, but it's not the same quality. The Sony with the 1-inch sensor does really good 240 frames a second slow motion. So that's what we did with some of these. Now it will shoot sustained clips at 120 frames a second. So the 240 frames a second is for short clips. It just does short little clips, and then you got to piece them together. Whereas at 120 frames a second, I can shoot for half an hour.
I see.
So when I do the longer shoots, like we did one video where we were using 2 cameras to do the shoot, and they were both at 120 frames a second, and that's a longer shoot. That all those I shoot at 120 frames a second. So you can still get with 120 frames a second, you can get 1/4 speed, and that's pretty smooth.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was filming my videos, I decided because I remember like watching your videos a while back when I was in Thailand. So I said, okay, so I remember you talking about like fast frame rates. So I thought that might make my slow motion smoother. But then I was all like, because I originally thought the sensitivity, the ISO, would make the quality. But I guess I was wrong, because when I watched my videos, I was like, why is the quality not like as super clear as I expected it? So yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the problem is that some of the cameras, when you shoot at the higher frame rates, the quality degrades. It has to be a pretty good camera to be able to do the higher frame rates and still have the quality. But generally speaking, all other things being equal, so let's say it can do high frame rate and still maintain the quality, a high frame rate is the way to go, because even if you don't slow it down, like if I shoot at 120 frames a second with my Sony and I don't slow it down, I just put it up at 60 frames a second and run it at normal speed, what it does is it makes it much smoother for you to see all the movements, even if you run it at normal speed. So there's a benefit in having those higher frame rates no matter what you're doing. And like I'm shooting a lot of 4K video now, and I've got to shoot in 30 frames a second because the 4K cameras, at least the ones I have, they max out at 30 frames. And I wish they would shoot at least 60. It's better for action, right, to have those higher frame rates, but it's just not there yet. The speed of the processors and all that is just not good enough yet for 4K to be high frame rate, unless you buy a $50,000 camera. But it's coming. In another year or so, you'll probably be able to get 4K at 60 frames a second. It'll be affordable, and then at 120, and then on up from there. So it's all coming.
Okay, so I just got a comment from Kristen Abbott, and here's what she says. I've been attempting a move called the dirty pizza toss-up, where you rest the hoop on your feet and toss it up over your head before catching it. I can't get the hoop higher than my elbows. Any tips? And Kara Pavilk, I don't know. I've been trying to get that too. I can't get it any higher either. So I never heard of the dirty pizza toss-up, and I'm currently learning it right now, or looking at the video. I see. So I don't know much about the dirty pizza toss-up. To my best, although I can link you to I'll actually link you to a video where you can refer to that. I think Rachel Lest teaches that trick pretty well. I haven't heard about it though. To what she says, I think you would want to put your feet all the way out of the hoop and then kind of twist and jump. But I'll actually study that move over the week or so, and I'll teach you to it the next show. So don't worry if I'm not able to answer your questions right now, because I don't know how to do it, but I'll answer it next week where I can get more time to actually break down the move and study it, because I don't like leaving questions unanswered. And if I forget, you can always message me on Facebook or Instagram, which I'll tell later. Another comment by Haiti Elise. Bryant, please demo how to do that escalator jump wedgie thing that you were talking about. Okay, I will. First, I'll show how it looks like. Just change the camera. Okay, good. So, actually, one more time. There we go. So here's how the trick looks like. Oh, sorry. All right, I'll do it one more time. Focus. Well, sorry about that. And one more time. And now to the side. Oh, sorry. Okay. So yes, this trick is very unreliable for me because I'm still practicing it, but I'll show you the basics of it. First things first, you want to start off with the downward escalator, so when the hoop goes to your shoulder, it'll go down, and the hoop will eventually end up here. Now you have very strict timing and very strict movements. If you want to do it without your hands, you basically want to step forward with this foot, your right foot, and use this foot to kind of manipulate the hoop, and kind of wrap it around your inner thigh or so, and kind of basically push it around to put wedgie position. My tips to first doing this move is use your hands. Two ways you can use your hand is the best way is to use with your backhand to slightly guide the hoop to that position. I'll do it right now. Oh, sorry. One more time. Sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention. Again, as you can see, this hand kind of guides the hoop a little bit. I'll show you. It guides the hoop slightly. I think what it really does is that it basically gives you a slight split-second reaction time where you just kind of like slightly hold the hoop in its position, then use your feet to guide it and wedgie it in. If you want to do the escalator with your hand going through the hoop, so instead of the hand hitting here, it goes through here. I think this way it's a bit faster, but I think it's a bit more smooth. I'm not sure. I haven't done enough experimenting on it yet. I'll try to do it right now. Yeah, it's actually a bit more smooth, but it is faster. The hoop does go a lot faster down. But what it does is it allows you to use this hip to guide the hoop a little bit back. I'll show you. You see, normally if you do it this way, the hoop is at a weird area. It's at a weird angle. So when you move this leg at the slightest bit, it might disrupt the hoop from going to its intended place. So there. Way 1, which is very hard to do. Way 2, which is even more difficult to weigh. But I suggest learning with your hands. Don't worry, you'll get the non-hand part without the hand eventually, because that's how I learned the trick. Oh, another comment by Kara Pedlik again.
Bryant, hold on one second before you do that one, Bryant. Before you do that one, let's get a quick screenshot for our thumbnail. Can you hold hold your hoop?
Oh, do you want me to do my glowing hoop?
Sure, why not?
All right, I'll get that. I'm so excited. This is my first show doing it by myself.
Okay, on 3. I'm going to check it, make sure it's okay.
Okay. All right, we good? All right.
Yes, we're good.
So yeah, this is my first show that I've done by myself. So I'm pretty nervous, but it's okay. I can do this. Okay, so the next comment. Do you know how to do, so by Kara Pavilk again, do you know how to do the escalator leg break? If so, do you have any tips? I've only found one video on it, and it's not too descriptive. It's like an escalator to a knee break. Oh, shoot. Okay, I know how to do, I know it. I've seen it, but I'm not sure how to do it. But I know the pattern of it, but I haven't attempted it yet. So basically, what it is escalator knee break. Oh, never mind then. Wait. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Although I know how to do a wedgie fold to a knee break, which is you're doing that wedgie, but instead of you kicking the wedgie up, it goes over your body. And when the hoop is right at the flat point, you go to knee breaks, which I don't know how to do yet. I'm probably gonna have to tackle down the pizza toss-up first before I study that one. So it might not be until another week or so to get that down. Sorry, Kara. Or Kara. I can't help you with that. So yes. Yes, if you have any more comments, please comment down on the YouTube page. If you can't get your comment down on the YouTube page, you can, or for some reason you can always message me and I'll answer it right now live to help you out. So yes. Oh, got another comment from my friend. She asked me, oh, hello, Bryant. What's your favorite hooping move that you like the most? And how long have you started to hoop? Okay, so my friend Cynthia, she asked that. So my favorite trick to wow the audience is definitely the wedgie, like I always say. But my trick for transitions, the most useful trick, is definitely the universal weave. I think I learned that from Audrey, and it's the best because it puts you in a position like most weaves. Oh, actually, Cosmic Ina asked me, will you teach me the universal weave? I'll happily do it. I love it so much because it, like most weaves, always leave you open to do many other off-body works. So I'll teach you it right now. Okay. Okay. So here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like in slow motion. Well, and slowly. here's the move from the front view. All right, so here's the steps broken down. In fact, if this doesn't answer your question, I'll link you to the show, to the video that Audrey explains it in. And yeah, so basically you're doing a reverse weave. And when you get into this side, when you cross your body, what you want to do is turn to that direction. So turn this way. And now if you continue to weave, you're stuck in this awkward position. And now you just want to continue turning and basically continue on that awkward position and go back to forward. And you continue back to your reverse weave. Basically, the universal weave, the basic tip is you want to continue spinning in a circle forever and ever. It's kind of like the forward weave combo, which whatchamacallit, hoop lovers, Deanne Love taught me. Well, not me personally, but I saw her video on it. It's basically the same concept as that, except with the reverse weave. So again, reverse weave, turn, awkward position. I'll turn this way, awkward position. Continue on, keep on spinning, and continue back to your regular weave. So weave, cross, turn, awkward, continue, up. There. I believe there's a slight isolation hand movement when you're doing the universal weave. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'll show you. At this point right here, you're kind of isolating the hoop a little bit, like slightly, just tiny bit, and you're going back. Again. All right, I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, please message me and I'll try to explain more thorough. And I myself might actually try to make a tutorial on it on my YouTube channel, like how Audrey does, because I really love Audrey. She's my favorite hooper. Well, she's my hoop mentor. Sorry. Yeah, she's my hoop mentor because she basically introduced me to hoop dancing. Not personally, but she's my first. When I first started hoop dancing, I discovered Audrey's top 10 hooping tricks video first. And basically from that point forward, I started to research hooping. I'm all like, hooping, must learn this trick, must be like Audrey. I think what really caught me was the music, the style of music that was played, which, I couldn't find online because it was a video, because Craig's friend made it for him there. A mouthful. So yes, I spent quite a lot of time cyber stalking Audrey's YouTube videos and trying to dance exactly like her. That's why if you notice in my beginning hooping progress, I've hoop danced a lot like Audrey. I try to emulate it. Okay, so let's see. Natalie Lysigen, I think, please tell me right, because it's Natalie L956, says, I've been trying to practice universal weave. Any tips on getting past the weird hand part or awkward hand part? And Haiti Elise says, is that hoop tape glowing or is it reflecting off the light? Actually, this tape, yeah, it's reflecting off the light because there's two light sources right here, which is because it's bright enough, I can get some of the reflexiveness of it. But since it's not right next to the camera eye, it's not super glowing. So yeah. So any tips? My suggestion is continue on weaving. Like most weaves help you know your planes. All weaves, in fact, you're in a certain plane. You're always either in, the vertical plane, like the vertical plane. You're never in horizontal. When you cross over, you're slightly in the horizontal, but you go straight back to the vertical plane. So same with the universal weave. When you go switch over, you want to keep in the awkward part. You want to keep that that vertical plane and kind of cross over your body. So not like going to the side, but you actually crossing over your body without changing the planes, like in geometry, But yes, you're keeping that two vertical planes. Otherwise, you're gonna mess up, like so. Yeah. Yes, I got my name right. Actually, I actually know how to pronounce your name. I know how to, because I I've been practicing decision. All right. There's no more comments so far. Keep the comments going. And yeah, I think it's almost, I think we might wrap up the show pretty early today. I don't know. But yes. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, Audrey's coming to college. Perfect. So let's talk about how long I've been hooping. Like I said, a year and a half. Sorry. So I've been hooping for about a year and a half, and I've learned so much from hooping. And I've sorry, my friend's down here.
Hey, Bryant, we interrupt this broadcast. Audrey's calling in. Say hi, Audrey.
Hi there, Craig. My name's Audrey Scherer. I was just calling in to the show tonight to ask a quick question.
There you go. Well, Bryant has really been nailing it on the questions tonight.
Yeah, that's because Bryant's amazing. Okay, so can everyone hear me okay? Is the audio all right? I need a thumbs up from some people.
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay, so hey everyone, I am so sorry. I am not on the show tonight. I was planning on being a little bit late because I was running a bit behind on getting ready. And as I was pulling into my home, I noticed a fire truck go by. And every time I see a fire truck or an ambulance, like many of us probably do, you say, oh, I hope that's not for me, or I hope that's not someone I know. Well, unfortunately tonight it was. As a quick disclaimer, I am safe and nothing is terribly injured, but a car right outside of my home caught ablaze. Now, I have never seen something burn that bad before, and let me tell you what, that thing was on fire. So I pull in, and the first thing I think is that if that fire is so big, it's going to get to, because it was right outside where my house was, I'm like, oh my God, Chakra is going to be caught in a house fire or something. So I do this like panic thing where I like stop the car, I jump out of it and I run. I'm thinking, okay, I know where the suitcase is. I was planning on just throwing Chakra in the suitcase and running. So luckily that didn't happen, but I like took my shoes off and I sprinted, which was probably the worst idea, across and like jumped past the fire, got in my house, and as I'm trying to get into my house, my neighbor comes out and he goes, you don't need to worry, it's not going to spread to the house, it's safe. And I like fall to the ground and start crying. And I was like, but my cat, I want my cat to be safe. And they assured me my cat was safe and everything was fine. So they finally got the fire out. But of course the fire truck went to the wrong complex. So, and they kept popping and making a scary explosion sound. But anyway, everything's good now. But I'm sorry I couldn't make the show. Things caught ablaze.
Well, that is exciting. Please tell me you got a video.
I do have a video.
Wow. Sounds like a viral video to me.
Yeah, I'll upload it or something. I think the better video would be like Audrey panicking and like screaming as she ran across the parking lot saying, save the animals!
Well, if I was there, trust me, I would have filmed that.
Oh my God, it was bad. All the neighbors are, out right now, and they all started laughing at me, and they were like, what was that about? You're like screaming about animals as you're running into your apartment.
By the way, Audrey, I have the thumbnail up right now of remember the video we shot of you telling sort of like your hooping story?
Yeah.
The one we shot in 4K? I have the thumbnail up of that. For when you're talking. So are you going to release that video this week, do you think? It's up on your channel ready to be released.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Maybe we can do that tomorrow.
Well, there you go. Folks, you got something to really look forward to. Audrey sat down and really told her story. And then we've got a bunch of cutaway clips, all in 4K Ultra HD, of Audrey telling her story and doing some hooping.
That is what I like to do. And again, guys, I am really sorry I couldn't come on the show. I had it was the weirdest panic attack. I have like a variety of panic attacks, but this one was, I think, more of a human animalistic kind of thing, where it's like that flight, what's it called, fight or flight thing?
Yep.
Kind of feeling, and all of a sudden I was just, and I don't know, I like collapsed to the ground, and was when I found out everything was safe. I just didn't want my cat to catch on fire. It's
a good thing that you are safe, and that's what's important. Now, are you going to do a UK live show? Remember, the UK viewers want you to do a show at like 1 or 2 p.m. so that they can watch it. You're going to do one of those for them?
Yes, I need to find out what time works for the viewers that I do have that want a UK show. I need them to like kind of
well, they've already said 1 or 2 p.m. is perfect for them.
Oh, okay. All right, then yeah, I would like to get that started because a lot of people seem to want that. So I think that's probably a good thing to do.
And that'll be good for people like in Moscow as well, because that'll be like prime time there. So it'll be a good timing for most of Europe.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Well, I think Brian's going to wrap up the show now. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap up?
No, just that I love all of you guys, and I'll be releasing some cool stuff in the next couple months, and yeah.
Okay.
That is it. Happy hooping.
Take care. I will talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Gregory. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Well, there you go, Bryant.
Oh, that was actually really perfect. Anyways, so yes, we got one more comment, and this will be the last comment of tonight. So don't worry if your question didn't get answered tonight. I'll be happy to answer it anytime when I'm free or when I learn the trick, probably next week or so. So yes, Jennifer Hart asks for another beginner trick, so I don't get burned out on just doing the Vortex. What's another one? One I can work on to give me variety? Well, I suggest the weave, which is the basic weave thing. Since we're running out of time, actually no, I'll teach it really quick, but I think I'll link you to some videos you can refer to, or maybe if you're free and I'm free, I can probably have a Google Hangout and teach you it live, privately. So yes, basically, you're just basically circling an infinity sign, and the main tip is to make sure your planes are perfect, like 2 walls, 1 wall here and another wall right here. You're drawing an infinity sign with your finger. One of the things that me and my students do is no elbows, and basically what I'm trying to teach them is to draw an infinity sign without your elbows. Even though you're not going to actually do this in real hooping performances without your elbows, but it still helps because you're learning the wrist movements or the arm movements you're doing with the hoop. And yes, even though it's pretty brief, but I'll probably go over it next show. So yes, let's wrap up the show. So as I said earlier, my name is Bryant Dang, and I'm from Hooping Live. You can find me on Instagram at Dang Bryant, but my Facebook, YouTube is Bryant Dang. So it's Bryant Dang, Dang Bryant. So yes, my Instagram is Dang Bryant, and also feel free to message me on the Hooping Live Instagram, which I'm finally getting done. I might be on the Hooping Live Instagram more often now, so message me at Hooping Live, and I'll answer your questions there as well. So yes, as for my YouTube channel, I'm starting to add more videos on it, like really cool video gaming / hula hooping videos. Not like, you know what I mean, like video game music, but with hoop dance. Trying to make a cool combination there. So yes, feel free to come message me if you want. And that's all for tonight's show. Goodbye.